Hi everyone, my name is James. Welcome to or back to my channel. I have you guys set up on my reading table. This video, I just wanted to, well, it's inspired by Anna at Astral Tarot. I'll link the video specifically that inspired me down below. She spoke on her experiences as an in-person or face-to-face reader in shops, and I'm someone who does that too sometimes, so today I am going to a place that I do readings at locally, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do this, say, like vlog style, because I'm not sure how much I'll film there, but at least I wanted to show you guys how I kind of prepare and get ready, and things that I bring. So I have you guys set up really like on a makeshift little stand right here, so sorry for that. So yeah, I'll just take you through the materials and things. Sorry, my dog's right over there. Okay, so things that I bring. First of all, I do like to have on certain, I don't know, I like wearing crystals, so today we're gonna wear, you guys have seen this one in a bunch of recent videos, a Christmas gift. It's a blue labradorite, like really reflective, wire wrapped necklace, so I think I'm gonna wear that one. And so I personally like wearing crystals. I don't know, not everybody's a believer or a fan of that, but for me it makes me feel like I've got like this extra little thing going on, and I like how it adds, how do I do this? How it adds to the readings. But that's just me, so not for everyone. Is this gonna be okay with the turtleneck, or is it gonna be too, I don't know if I like that. It's kind of cool, I guess. We'll roll with it. Okay. And this moonstone ring, which I've been wearing a lot, also a Christmas gift. I kind of feel like moonstone and labradorite are like the anima and animus, like they're like the masculine and feminine, like two sides of a coin. To me, the moonstone feels like I'm almost like embodying like that priestess, high priestess energy, and to me, labradorite feels a lot more like magician energy. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, so I like, that's like a small, very small thing. Decks that I'm bringing, two that I always bring, at least we're at this shop, are I always bring a traditional RWS, my Centennial one. That's like a safe go-to. And it's like one, I don't know, of all my decks, I don't always read reversals, but I do read reversals with this deck. So that's one for that. And then I always bring the White Sage Tarot. This one just seems to be really popular here. The shop that I read at, it's a metaphysical shop, but it's like a more geared towards, like the majority of what they sell is crystals, so it's a really chic, bright, light, modern type feel, and I do find that a lot of the people that are there really vibe well with the White Sage and the light color tones that are kind of like pastel, and the animals. It just it feels like it fits with the shop too, so I guess that's it. And sometimes I let people pick, and I ask, and a lot of times I would say the majority, a lot of people go for this. And then I usually bring a third deck, and that one, I don't know, the past couple times I brought Tarot of the She. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you know that I'm learning, or at least have been for like the end chunk of 2019. I was learning Thoth, and I've kept that up, and I've been practicing with it a lot. So actually today is the first time that I'm bringing the smaller version, because a lot of the spreads I do are a bit larger, so and I like to have room on the table, so I'm bringing the smaller one. Not sure if I'll use it, yeah, but I just thought it would be nice to have there, and the first time that I'm really breaking it out for clients. I mean, I've done readings for friends and family with it, but the first time that I'm using it on clients, or potentially using it for clients. So those are the three decks. What else am I bringing? I usually bring a book or two. Today, the book I'm going to be bringing is Real Magic by Dean Radin, or PhD, Dean Radin. Ancient Wisdom, Modern Science, and a Guide to the Secret Power of the Universe. I've been loving this book. I'm about halfway through. Sometimes I have time to read. Sometimes there's like a lot of time, sometimes there isn't, and then sometimes I'm just interacting with the people in the store, or the owner and other people there, so It depends on the day. There is a lot of times when I don't wind up even touching any book that I bring, but I bring one just in case nonetheless, because you never know. I bring a folder that has all of my spreads, although obviously I know my spreads, they're like, I mean, some of these are very generic spreads that you would know, and some of them are ones that I've come up with, but like my year ahead, head to toe, Celtic Cross, what else? Those are ones that are like more generic, but I have my personal general reading, which I've come up with myself, my wake up spread, which is one that I've designed. All of that is in here. So those are my spreads. I also bring these, and I usually leave one up front at the store, and I've just updated it. It's very similar to what I have on my website, and it goes through all of my pricing, my different reading options, how you can get like a custom reading. Something specifically that I do in person only is that you can book me by the amount of time if you want. If you don't want to spread and you just want to sit for a certain amount of time and kind of have more of an informal conversational type reading, but I go through, this is essentially like the list of readings I have on my website. And so I leave one of these up front, and I usually keep one on me. And that's helpful for people to look at and to get an idea, and it has like contact info. So sometimes I'll give them to people if they want to have one for like themselves. So I have a bunch of copies of that. Business cards, which I recently had printed. So my logo's on it, and then it has my contact info, which of course you can have too. I mean, it's on my website. So I bring those. It's good for me, and also this is my first time like giving them to the store so that they can then give them to people who ask. And then I'm giving some of my other things to the people at the shop today, which I think will be really fun, like my t-shirts, which I have one over here. So I'm giving them some Lemon Skate Logic t-shirts and mug and some stickers, so that's really fun. Hope they like those. So bringing all that stuff. Other things I like to bring are a little snack, a reusable water bottle. A lot of times I get a sore throat from talking, and my throat gets groggy or whatever, froggy. So I will bring cough drops, that's a big one too, and I'll usually have like 1 or 2 throughout the day, because I talk a lot more than I normally would when I'm there. Sometimes I'll bring like aspirin or Advil, because doing a lot of readings, or readings in general, can give me a bit of a headache over time, so I do that too. I'm trying to think what else there is to think about or know. I might take you guys along and like show you guys the area and the shop and all of that. I'm not sure how that's going to work, if I'm going to, or if this is just going to be me giving you guys a little rundown of the things that I bring with me. Maybe I'll do a catch up at the end, but it'll be pretty dark at nighttime then. Definitely, of course, go to Anna Astral Lady's video. There's a lot of really useful information in there. Me personally, I've only been doing this reading in shops since like 2019. I'm not like a veteran who's been doing this for a long time. I would definitely say I'm more of a novice. So she has a lot of valuable, useful information I think that a lot of us can learn from, and I'm happy that she shared that video, which inspired me to kind of speak on my experience. So that's really helpful and useful. I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to add about like my experience reading in a shop. So far, I mean, I love it. She has a lot of actually really general, useful information, so I'll like forward you to her for those kind of things. But yeah, those are the things I'm going to be bringing with me, and that's about it. So I'll either see you guys there, see you guys when I get home. I'm not sure. Hi everyone, I know it's it's the next day, and I didn't really film anything at the shop or after. While I was there, I kind of just got like immersed in talking to the owner and like the activities and stuff. I just feel like there's a lot to learn from people, and I really like the shop owner, and I feel like she has a lot to share. She does life coaching and things like that, and it's just really inspirational to be around her, so I like to hear what she has to say, so that's a fun experience. And I just didn't feel not comfortable, but I didn't think it was like the right place to film. and it just didn't really strike me, and I was just really going with it. So that's why I didn't film anything, and then I didn't film anything after because I was really hungry and I had a nice dinner with my family, and then I met up with my friends and we kind of just had like a nice night doing stuff. So one thing became another, and now we're here today. And even today, it's the morning, but it's a little bit wild. There was like a weird snow thing, and my car spun out on the road, and like we're having a wild time. But you know, we're here now to talk about like a recap, I guess, of like reading in person. Sorry, you guys didn't need all of that extraneous detail, but that's what's been going on since I last saw you in a nutshell. So I forgot to add, I bring a reading cloth too. I remember I was talking about the things that I bring with me. This one's like really nothing fancy. I feel like I always bring this one. I know some people have really nice ones. This one's just like a really thin, cheap one I got for like a couple bucks, and I just like to use that. And I did wind up using actually the Thoth deck pretty much exclusively. I did a nice little like warm up with the owner. Actually, I asked her if she just wanted a free reading so that I could I don't know, feel how it was gonna be for the day for me using this deck, and she obliged. It was there was some time in the morning, so I started to get into the groove with it, and so I did end up using this one a lot. So that was really fun. And shameless plug. We'll put this here. As you guys saw, my shirt, I wore my little Lemniscate Logic shirt the other time, but carrying all my nice things in these Lemniscate Logic totes, in a tote, I should say. And I really want to like start making these things available. If anybody out there might want one. For right now, I think that they're in small batches. So I'm thinking of maybe making it something that you can get with a reading. If you get a reading of like a certain value, or if you just get a reading, I might make it that you'll get like a tote or a shirt or something. I haven't really thought that through yet, but stay tuned. I do have plans to like make things available, so if anybody's at all interested in that, I don't know if that's something people are interested in or what, but let me know. Or if it would just be nice to have as an incentive if you got a reading, if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. We have some nice green tea, but yeah, reading in the shop was really fun. As it always is. I think that there's a lot to be gained, I think, from the people and the experiences. It can kind of become, it's a little bit overwhelming, like you lose yourself in it a tiny bit, I think, in the interactions and the cards, and there's something I think that's really beautiful about that. At the same time, it can be a little bit, I guess, not difficult, but draining. I think it can be pretty draining. And a prime example, I think, would be when you're facing, and I won't go into any specific details, not that I would ever mention somebody's name, but sometimes people come in and they've faced something really difficult in their life, and they're in a raw place, and they are looking for a reading that is going to help them in some way, or facilitate healing, or just give them some sort of solace in a sad or tough time. And I think that that's something that is can be difficult to navigate. I think that there's a wide spectrum of people. You have some people that come that are very much open books, receptive to hearing whatever it is that you have to say, who have clear ideas of what they want out of a reading, but are willing to accept messages. You have some people that are a little bit obstinate when it comes to more difficult messages and constructive cards. So that can be an interesting thing to navigate. I recently watched a video from Kellyanne Maddox on that, and she's an expert. So I'm calling her an expert. I think she's an expert. So I'll try to remember to link that below too. And yeah, and then sometimes you do get people that are in really tough positions. And of course, if somebody's in if I don't think that they are okay or stable, or that they could really benefit from professional help, of course I will suggest that. And if I don't feel like if I feel like anything that I say or a reading will provide more harm than good, I would never do that. But at the same time, if somebody comes in there in a sad place, or dark, or they're going through things, it can be difficult to navigate, and to provide a reading that can facilitate some sort of like healing. So I would say that reading in person it's very much just like a mixed bag of like never knowing who's going to walk in, and I do think that there's something beautiful and to be gained on both their part and my part from the interaction, and it can be really fun. I mean, some people will recommend things to me like, oh, I heard about this based on things that I mentioned in the reading. I'm in an area where there's a lot of spiritual and like metaphysical type things going on, so some people will recommend things to me. I remember there was somebody yesterday and I like recommended them a book based on what seemed to be their situation, and I recommended again like another it's kind of like this healing center or a holistic center that does sound healing meditations and things, and I thought that would be really beneficial for them. So there's something I think to be gained from the experience, and that kind of transcends what the card reading itself is, more of the human interaction. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the card readings because I don't want to use examples from people, and also, yeah, I just think that everybody's style of reading is going to be very different, so hearing about like how it is that I interpret cards or my spreads and readings isn't going to be helpful for a reader who operates a lot differently, and that's the beauty of it. I think there are so many of us out there with unique styles, and I really enjoy hearing about how other people read and what their styles are like, but I do think that is its own video entirely, so I won't use that to maybe help you gauge what it's like reading in person or what my experience is like, because mine is going to be unique and yours is going to be entirely unique as well. I don't know if this was helpful. I hope it was. I just wanted to give you guys a peek, although I didn't at all take you along. I do recommend that if you are somebody who's at all feeling inclined, I know I personally really went out on a limb in walking into the shop and asking. It was the first one that I asked. It was going to be my first sort of in-person shop, like face-to-face reading type job. I don't know, I'm like messing up my words, but yeah. And as far as readers go, I am on the younger side, and they don't I don't think that people would really come into a shop expecting like a guy my age to be doing readings, and I was told that or have been told that, and not that I think that that's a disadvantage, but it does kind of catch someone off a little bit, or like when I'm in the shop and they'll be like, oh, James is doing readings, or there's like a sign for it, and then they're like, oh, how long have you been doing it, how long have you been reading, and things like that. So so yeah, if you're at all like feeling a little trepidatious about the experience, and you think that your experience or you just like need to take that plunge, I would say go for it. I kind of like not laugh about it, but I don't mind it at all. I'm me, and I read the cards, and like that's just that, and everybody's different, so I don't think that your age or gender or style should at all affect how someone perceives you, and your efficacy as a card reader. And maybe I'll make a video about that, who knows, but right, I'm not feeling so inclined to do that, and it's not anything too serious. And that's a tangent, but yeah, I hope you guys found this somewhat useful. I really want to know about your experiences reading in person. Maybe you read in a shop, maybe you just do clients more in like meeting up in the area, or you do events. I think that that's such a cool thing to do, and everybody's situation regarding that is going to be vastly different. Again, Anna Astral Lady inspired this video, and I think that she has really cool experiences, and she has a little bit more wisdom gained from having done this and done events and things, so she can offer some things that I can't. So of course, go check out her video. Maybe I will do updates on things as they come along, or if I think of things in regards to this topic. But I hope you all are doing well. Until next time.